Wait.
The banality of evil is that the people that do it are not aware of it. They are following orders. They are exercising their jobs. They are doing bad things, but only a little bit of bad. They are doing what their friends and associates are doing. They are doing what is expected of them by their employers. They are doing what they need to feed their families and to survive. The banality of evil is when bad actions are done unintentionally, and the results of them are tragic and terrible, that history views as evil, and that the participants in it were evil. So that the entire picture can only be understood from a future perspective. However, within the turmoil itself, there is a need to uplift oneself and to see what is happening. And what is happening is that individuals, the humanity, the diversity, which is our inheritance, every single diverse individual, all their identities, all their conflicted identities, the good and the bad, the struggle between, the imagination, the tension, the pain and the glory, these things constitute the expression of the divine. And these things should flourish and should be guided and cultivated. But what happens in our society is that they are repressed, and that government, which is invested in by democratic principles, invested in to ensure the commonwealth, the facilities in which we can blossom, are being turned against the individual, and individuals are being repressed, so that a major principle, a bud, which from everything else should blossom, is the centrality of the individual. And that is an idea which is expressed in the Bible, and really in no other place where it is called judges and officials or police or referees one shall appoint in all your gates. And what does it mean by the gates of a city? Well, the city of Jerusalem uniquely was said to have many gates, 12 or 13. And in the future would even have 70 gates. That the city's gates, the same gates that are on the houses, the same gates that we put a parchment where we say Shema Israel, Hear O Israel, the idea that on every gate there should be justice, and that on every group and every subgroup there should be fine-tuned cooperation. That it is not just about a court system that prosecutes and creates someone to persecute or to punish or to arrest or to criminalize, but rather the idea, almost a second layer of justice within the system, is that a refereed system where justice should happen between people, that if someone does not know the way, if someone has had a bad day, if someone has eaten too much sugar, if someone is going through stress or trauma and does not behave well, there is a structure which can guide them, which can mitigate the damage that humans, being humans, can often do. And that is Jerusalem theology. The theology of the distribution of justice to all your gates. That means all your relationships, and not in a prosecutorial way, but rather in a refereed way, to improve